Well, hello, hello, hello. I'm Angela Odom, and this is the Better You TV. This episode is focusing on full body yes. Full body yes. So come on in, come on in, come on in. Go ahead and let your friends know that you're on with Angela Odom, the um, leadership coach. Go ahead and tell them this is going to be real, real good. So go ahead, come on in, start your watch parties. Go ahead and want you to share this and want you to get your notes. Want you to be able to engage within the comments. Now, if you're watching this live with me, then bam, we're all in this together. If you're watching it on replay, then make sure you put hashtag replay. Hashtag replay. Yes, and so we are here and we are ready, ready, ready today. Of course, every Tuesday at noon Eastern Time, I'm here with you, so focused on women in supervisory and managerial positions. I want to make sure we give you some tips, some techniques, some tactics so that you become able to just show up and show out, looking to help you really just to get more respect, gain more revenue, and go and do what God has really put you on this earth to do. So here I am waiting on you to get your friends to come on in because this is going to be really, really good. My name is Angela Odom, and I am the lead strategist for the Better You project. And of course, Better You TV every Tuesday at noon Eastern Time. We're here just talking about how to grow our leadership skills, our innate talents, so that we can help others. Of course, what we profess to do is to serve others from the overflow, which means we are taking a look inward at our skills and how we can bring them up to the next level, right? And so we want to make sure that we elevate relationships that matter. The first one is the relationship with ourselves. Hey, Carrie, that's the very first relationship. And so today on the Better You TV, we're focused on a full body yes. And what we want you to be able to do is to say yes, show up, and be present. You want to be prepared for opportunities. And sometimes you have to do it scared and know the difference in feeling scared about something and still excited about the opportunity and the possibility. We want to be able to align our head, our heart, and our gut with the decisions we make. And the head, we're talking about being mindful, and with our heart, there's so many emotions, right? And then, of course, with our gut, that's our intuition. The very first thing when we have a decision to make, sometimes like right in here, right down up in here, we feel it. We feel it like, something about this. It's our gut, our intuition. We start there first. So our bodies really communicate information to our minds through physical sensations. You know what I mean? Does that resonate with you? Our bodies communicate information to our minds through physical sensations. And you're like, well, what does that mean? So if you already know what I mean, just go ahead and put that in the chat. I'm talking about pleasure and pain. Butterflies. Sometimes you might have contractions. You might experience goosebumps, right? So our body is saying to us, showing us that the decision that we're about to make is exciting, or it may not be in alignment again with our head, heart, and gut. So what we're talking about is what happens, what patterns do you recognize when someone requests your time, your resources, and your energy? Someone says to you, or you might be in a work environment where your boss or your peer who is not your boss is asking you to do something. And if you want to, You can do it. That's your boss. Instead, every time someone asks you for something, you say yes. And then you're resentful. You might be a little agitated, like, why they keep coming to me? Well, because you keep saying yes. It might not be yes with your, it might not be yes with your mouth. It'd be yes with your behavior. Yes with your kind of lackadaisical no, right? It is, well, okay, sure, sure. Hey, Paula. Yeah, it could be like, sure, yeah, yeah, I think I could do it. Yeah, I'll help you out again, those types of things. So what we want to do is we want to be fully committed and invested in the decisions we're making, because these are choices that leads to patterns and also leads to the results of our life, right? Hey, hey, Mo. And so for now, I want you to just, I want you to pull out your calendar, wherever you keep your calendar, right? So you're like, well, I keep my calendar on my phone, or you might have a calendar on your wall. You could have one inside of your computer, right? Wherever that is, I want you to, I actually would love for you to print it. You're like, print it? Who prints anything? Just work with me. And I want you to print it right now. I do not want you to print it right now, but pay attention to what I'm going to ask you to do. I want you to print your calendar for the week. Now you say, well, wait a minute, I don't even keep a calendar. so that is a whole different conversation to have. Let's back all the way up. So how do you manage your day to day? How do you know what's important to you? Have you blocked off a certain amount of time so that you can be present with you first, so that you're present with the people you purport to love first? Are you blocking off time, right? Not in your head, because nobody can keep up with all that, right? Block it off in some type of system. Even if you went to a notebook, a spiral notebook, whatever, you just get a spiral. You just get a regular notebook, or you get you something fancy, or you get a calendar on the wall, or you get something in your phone. I recommend you use something in your phone, because that's what we have in our hand most of the time, right? And so I keep a calendar. Okay, there you go. I see, Paula, you still with me. So that's the first thing I want you to do, is I want you to commit, which means you're going to invest in yourself. Commit to maintaining a calendar. And just for the week, 7 days, I want you to go through your calendar, and then I want you to circle the items you have a full body yes. Right. Like you're saying, okay, I'm committed, I'm invested. I wanted to do this. This is where my time and my energy will be. I will be present in this block of time for this thing, for this person. And prayerfully, sometimes the person is you, right? Otherwise, what is that about? And so I want you to go and circle those full body yes items on your calendar for 1 week. And then anything other than a full body yes, anything other than what you have circled is, let's consider that a nah, no, kind of, right? And look at what kind of energy that actually involves, right? What kind of energy does the other things that don't have a yes bring from you, as far as your heart, your head, and your gut, right? So sometimes you're going to do things you don't want to do. Let's be very clear on that. However, so you go and you circle those full body yes events that you have in your calendar, not in your head, not like, oh yeah, I was thinking. No, I want you to see it. And then I want you to stand back and think about this. I want you to feel it. You see, for those full body yes events, you could be either thrilled and excited about them. You're looking forward to it. You could have resistance and fear. It's okay for either one. It's okay to either be afraid, because we do it scared. I do a lot of my good work when I'm scared. Like, ooh, I'm not so sure about it, but ooh, I know I can handle this, right? I know that God's going to reveal the resources and the talents and the experiences and the people as I keep moving towards this act, right? And so it's okay to either be thrilled and excited or feel some sort of resistance and fear. What I want you to pay attention to when you are focused on these full body yes events, these things that you have said yes to, your time, your attention, your resources, it is the energy. The energy in your body goes up when you think about them. Just like, wait a minute, I've got to do this. I can do this. Okay, this is I'm doing. You're putting your energy into it as opposed to feeling depressed or feeling like you're shrinking, right? Like you're shrinking like this. No. So just notice the energy that is associated with those particular items. So I want you to do that for 7 days. And then if you are all in, then you come back to this post and you put it on there like, okay, yeah, I had like 90% full body yes events, or I had about 50-50, or my God, I only had like 10%. And sometimes in your life, it's okay. But think about the patterns over time, right? Think about the patterns over time. If you are consistently for weeks and months and years at a time, if you're only doing what's not really in your best interest, what does not have your energy level up, whether you're fearful or resistant, whether you're thrilled or excited, what does that look like over time? What kind of growth comes from that? And oh, by the way, you're the only one responsible for it. I know that was good, right? That was real good. So let's make sure we're clear on what we're saying. What I'm asking you to do is really about self-reflection. Now, you're not being selfish. You're not being mean to anybody. You're not pushing anybody else's dreams aside. You're not doing any of those things. It's not really about anybody else. And that's okay. So in your mind, I want you to understand that you are here for a reason. It's significant. You are meant to rise. You are meant to be more and more and more. It's called abundance, right? We're not into lack. So there's like enough for everybody. And we're not putting anybody else down. But what I want you to understand, I keep telling you this, you are the hero in your own story, in your life's journey. You, Paula, you're the hero, and I'm a bit player. I come in and out of your life because you are the superstar. And here I am somewhere on the fringes and the edges of your life. Mo, that's the same thing. You are the hero of your life. Same thing, Carrie. And then guess what? In my life, bam, superhero, baby. That's who I am. And you, on the other hand, in my life, you're like the bit players. And so if we're all heroes in our own life, then who am I to get in your way? Now, as our paths cross, right? Wherever it is, we are ebbing and flowing, then we're all doing the same thing. And as we're growing. So I'm not here to stop your growth. I'm not here to do anything to slight you. But guess what? In the same time, I'm the hero, baby. Bam. So that means that when I'm saying yes, like a full body yes, did you hear how my tone and my voice went up? Like I'm saying yes, right? Like my body is communicating to me. Physically, there's physical sensations like I feel pleasure and pain, like I got butterflies in my stomach, like I'm nervous, like sometimes like sweating, right? Like contracting and expansion, like goosebumps, because that's a full body yes. Like my head, like I'm going to say yes, I'm going to show up and I'm going to be present. Like I'm fully committed. I'm invested in this thing I've said yes to. Right? Hey, Andrew, you got $10? What? Yeah, I got it, but I was going to use it on something else. So it depends. Like I might have it. Or you say, hey, Angie, you got $10? Oh, yeah, here. Bam. Totally different, right? And oh, by the way, if it is, hey, Angie, can you show up in Tennessee next week and conduct some leadership training for me? Is that an indoor event like right now? No, I won't be able to do that. How about a virtual? I could do that. Like, yeah, I can handle that, right? So it depends. So make sure you do what I asked you to do. Hope that makes sense. So Mo, Paula, Kara, does that make sense? What I want you to do, what I'm asking you to do, what I'm gifting to you, right? I'm gifting to you this tool, this opportunity to reflect so that you can take a look at the patterns in your life. And that way, whatever skills that you need to enhance, upgrade, elevate, then you do that. You focus on those. If it is the ability to say no, then we can work on that, right? We can work on that. And we say no in various ways. We say no by, sometimes we just distance ourselves from people. That's like a no, really, right? Or we say, no, thank you. I'm not available right now. Oh, wait a minute. I've already committed, because see, you have your calendar, right? And so that's what I do. I pull my calendar up and I'm saying, oh, I'm not available at that time, or I've already committed for that time. Oh no, I could probably refer you to someone else. I'm not available for that. It is the opportunity to choose you, right? You have the opportunity to choose you. Be kind. Be kind to the other folks when you're saying no, whatever that might be. Nah, no, not right now. No, thank you. I'm not available. I've already scheduled something for that date and time. Oh no, I could probably help you with that maybe in another month or so. You know what I mean? So we're not ever going to be mean or nasty, because that's not about the other person. It's about you, your character, how you show up. And oh, by the way, you're kind. Above everything, you are kind. Everybody's struggling with something, so there's no need to be mean or nasty to anyone. So there you go. What I want you to do is to print your calendar. And yes, I say print it, right? Print your calendar. And you're like, well, I could probably no, just and if this is one of your full body yeses or no, then get over it. Just come on, just look, I'm pulling you in. I'm pulling you in. I want you to print your calendar. Now, if you don't already use a calendar, start using one, right? Do your research, do what works best for you, and print your calendar. Like within the next 48 hours, print your calendar for a week. Circle the items. You have a full body yes for those items. Those things that people who have asked for your time, your energy, and your resources. And they're on, if you don't have them on it, just sit and put them on the calendar, right? And then anything other than a full body yes is really a no. And I want you to look at, see how committed you are, how invested you are in being able to say yes, being able to show up, being able to be present in the moment for that thing, that block of time. And then you yourself, right? The final part of that is you take a look at how many times over the next 7 days, right, that the item is not circled. And then if there is a consistent person that's associated with, or organization, or entity, or type of category of event, then you might want to take a look at that. Or you might want to just shift and say, wait a minute, let me get myself together. I can do this, right? So that's for you. That's not for me. That's for you. So there you go. Print your calendar and look at your full body yes. Oh, by the way, understand what a full body yes is for you. And what I want you to be able to say is, I want you to be able to say yes. I want you to show up and be present, which means that you're fully committed and you're invested in that thing that you have said yes to. And prayerfully, you have some things on your calendar where you're saying yes to yourself so that you can grow. And then that way you're serving others from the overflow. I should have like sound effect. So there you go. That wraps it up. This is yet another episode of the Better You TV every Tuesday at noon Eastern Time. I'm Angela Odom, and I am your leadership coach, and I'm here talking to women in supervisory and managerial positions. I'm simply helping you to elevate the relationships that matter so that you earn more respect and revenue, and you simply get what you deserve, right? Do have an opportunity to work with you over the next few weeks. I'm hosting a few professional women in a 3-day virtual workshop. It's a Makeover Your Leadership 3-day virtual retreat, December 18th through the 20th. And I want to invite you right now. Just go to angelaodom.com. My name is Angela, Odom, right? Angela Odom, altogether.com. And then make sure you sign up for the retreat. Oh, by the way, bring a friend. Go ahead and tell some folks about this. And I am sure that this is a full body yes for you. All right, you all take care, and I'll see you next Tuesday at noon. By the way, I'm rooting for you.